This is DBTV. I am at the bar at Viajante in a town hall hotel, joined by ethnobotanist François Couplan from France, who's over in London. And so François, can you tell me a little bit about how you got into foraging?
It's always been a way of life for me, you know. I was turned on by my mother, as a matter of fact. So we would go around in the Alps and pick up plants, just regular things, berries and mushrooms. I mean, something simple, you know, but as a child, it was just something normal, and I kept it throughout the rest of my life, really.
Sure. And whereabouts do you forage nowadays?
Basically all over the world. I was just in Siberia. I'm flying off to Japan in 3 weeks, and now I'm doing it in France and Switzerland, but of course, because this is where I live.
Siberia must be a pretty intense climate to try and find things in there. What did you discover?
Oh, well, you know, I mean, I chose summertime.
Yeah.
I think wintertime, there's not much growing there, not much left. But in summertime, there's a lot of different plants. It's a kind of meeting point between Europe, Eastern Asia, and Central Asia.
Sure.
So there are different species which I never met before, but which I was very happy to meet and play with.
And you've got a little few things in front of you that you quite naughtily foraged from the Chelsea Physic Garden today.
Naughty, no, come on.
And can you show us what you've got there and kind of talk us through it?
Yeah, I'll start with this one, because this is absinthe.
Absinthe?
Absinthe.
Ah.
Everybody knows.
Does it make the heart grow fonder?
I think it does. Well, it's got a very, very bitter taste.
Sure.
And so you have to overcome that, and then you understand what.
So is
what
it
means.
Is it wormwood essentially?
It's wormwood, yeah.
Yeah, we tried that earlier. It's incredibly bitter, isn't it? And you were talking about the link to vermouth.
Right. But I mean, I had some with my cocktail. It's just perfect. It's just perfect. It brings in the bitterness that is missing here.
Right.
In a way, you know.
So we've got wormwood growing here in London.
It's very important to balance all tastes.
Of course. Yeah.
And we in the Western world forgot bitterness.
Right.
Except in beer and coffee, of course.
Sure.
You know. But anyway, this is one that I like. It's catnip.
Oh, right.
Catnip.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, strong, minty, wild, minty odor.
So have you had a lot of cats following you on the way home?
Well, no, not so much.
Not yet. And back to the foraging, I mean, obviously it's really taken off. Chefs like Nuno Mendes of Viajante and René Redzepi of Noma are really into it. Why do you think it's kind of captured the chef's imagination?
Well, listen, if you were a painter and I came and I proposed you new colors that you've never seen, that you've never used, you'd be happy to create with this.
Sure.
So this is exactly what I'm doing with chefs. You know, I bring them new flavors, new textures, new things to play with, and also it's also history. It's also anecdotes. It's also it's part of us. I mean, we as human beings have a relationship with plants. We've had this relationship with plants ever since we came on Earth.
Sure.
Long time ago, I don't remember, you know. But we started cultivating plants only 10,000 years ago. And in the process, we forgot basically everything that was growing wild.
Okay.
Because we sort of get separated and we're afraid. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm bringing people back into these plants that we've known for thousands of years. Except I'm doing it throughout the world, and you know.
And do you think cocktails are going to be the latest thing to get the foraging treatment?
Well, nice thing about cocktails is you can play with a lot of plants, a lot of other elements, and you can go very far with it. Yeah, I like doing it myself. Yeah.
What kind of ingredients do you think would work that you could forage and put in cocktails?
Okay, one thing that I do, it's my basic. It's white wine and apple juice and lemon juice, and then ground ivy. Do you know that plant, ground ivy?
Right.
It goes all over the place.
Okay.
It has a very complex aroma, you know, and it works fine. You know, I just mix everything together, blend it, let it steep for about an hour, strain it, add some sparkling water, and that's it. And
what do you think's next for foraging? I mean, where is it going to go next?
Next, I believe it just becomes something normal that people will relate to, just like they relate to cultivated plants, just like they relate to carrots and tomatoes. They'll be relating to nettles and ground ivy. You know, it's just normal. And then, we'll have come a long way.